Hello, Magic players. Welcome you to another episode of the Brewers Tavern, episode number 49 today. Charles, good to have you here. Hope you're fine.
Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you, Mitja, again. Welcome to episode 49. What do you have for me today?
I will play a blue-red artifact aggro, but without ATOC. No ATOC.
Without a talk. Okay.
No ATOC.
All right. Well, today I saw a really interesting mono blue list that Mano played, and I had to tweak the sideboard slightly because I think it was built more for Atlantic than Swedish. The main is the same, and it's really interesting, and I'll be super excited to talk about the deck tech and see how it does.
Perfect. So let's move on to the deck techs. Talk a little bit about what we're playing here. So we start with my deck list first, and then we go on to yours. Is that cool?
Sounds good.
Perfect. So let's move on. We start with my list. As I said, blue and red artifact aggro. I play a card, or I play several cards which not have seen play yet. I guess we've not seen the Brassman from Arabian Nights. I guess we've not seen Yotian Soldier. I hope I pronounced that right. And I guess we've not seen the Clockwork Avian yet. Maybe I'm wrong with the Avian, but the rest should be right. Yeah, the plan of the deck is first of all, play Black Vice or Brassman turn 1. Second turn, play an Ankh of Mishra or a Mana Rock to ramp out either a Sushi turn 3 or a Yotian Soldier. Sorry for the pronunciation. I really hope I pronounced that right.
Mitja, could you say what those cards do, those new cards?
Oh yeah. Brassman. We start with the Soldier, which I cannot pronounce. He's a 1/3 for 3 mana. No, actually, he's a 1/4 for 3 mana and is not tapped when he is attacking, which is kind of cool. At some point, I will try to build an enchantment deck with him to make him grow and then have a big attacker, which is untapped. And the Brassman is for 1 colorless, a 1/3, which is pretty impressive for an Arabian Nights card. And it does not untap as normal. You must pay 1 colorless during your untap phase to untap it. Yeah, so basically you get a 1/3 blocker for 1 mana, but when you want him to be an attacker, you need to spend 1 colorless.
And the Avian.
The Avian, didn't we have that so far? I'm unsure, but I
Not
can.
sure, but just to make sure.
Yeah, it's a 5 mana 0/4 flying. It enters the battlefield with 4+1/+0 counters on the Avian. After Avian attacks or blocks a creature, discard a counter. During his or her upkeep, controller may buy back lost counters for 1 colorless per counter. This taps Avian. So when he enters the battlefield, he is a 4/4 flying. When he attacks, he loses 1 counter, so he's a 3/4 after the attack. After the attack. When he blocks, he also loses a counter. But you can buy them back in your upkeep for 1 colorless, but then he gets tapped.
Cool creature.
The rest of the deck is kind of stolen from a normal UR burn list. I try to play Lightning Ball to defend myself from early heavy hitters like Savannah Lions, a Fast Factory, something like that, because my 1/3s and 1/4s can't really deal with factories. I also run 3 Psionic Blast and 2 wheel effects, Wheel and Twister, just to draw back the other cards, which is also a super nice synergy with the Black Vice. And I kind of play a soft lock with Black Vice and Ankh of Mishra to have a good control matchup here. The rest of the cards like Brain Geyser, Chaos Orb, and all that stuff is just to have a little bit more consistency in the deck with card draw. And in the sideboard, kind of usual cards: 4 blue blast, 3 red blasts, 2 control magic, 3 shatter, a city in a bottle. Sorry. Whenever I bring in the city in a bottle, I will board out the brass man and 2 boomerangs. To be fair, when I built the sideboard, I was like, okay, I'm 2 slots short. What do I add? And I thought, okay, you play counterburn. Maybe it's fair enough to bounce a drop and then just swing through once instead of having something which is not really good in that kind of matchup. Yeah, but this is all about my list.
Okay, really nice.
So let's move on to your list. Tell us a little bit about your list.
First, I'll say, like, Mitja and I, we exchanged deck photos right before we're going to record an episode. So when I saw that Mitja also had 4 Vices and 4 Ankhs, I kind of laughed in a different build because this list has the same thing. And typically, you see the Vices and Ankhs with a red build with ATOGs. And that's one of the things I really love about this deck is it's in a mono blue shell. So the main deck is a list I saw Mano play, and I really loved it. It has Flying Men for 1 drop. It has the Silent Falcons for 2 drops, which has Vigilance. And then for 3 drops, we have Serendibs. And then it has the Vice Ankh package, as we said. It has a couple Sages, which is great to be able to sack those artifacts when they're not needed to draw extra cards. And then a few Boomerangs to remove permanents if you need to get in there and attack. And a single copy of Stasis, which I think could be pretty cool. Maybe by the time that 1-of comes up, the Falcons really can get in there to finish the game. And I have no shortage of islands to pay for Stasis, hopefully. So it's a really, really neat list. I've played Mono Blue Juxtapost before. This Mono Blue is completely different. The sideboard, Mano had 3 Psychic Purges, which I don't think that card has appeared in an episode. And there's a good reason for it. The card is really playable in Atlantic, where a 4 of him is legal. But since Fallen Empires isn't in Swedish, Psychic Purge isn't that useful because there's not that much discard. So those 4 cards he had in the sideboard, I replaced 3 air elementals. And the thought was that if I'm playing against a deck I think is going to bring in City in a Bottle, I can bring those 3 in and take out 3 of the Arabian creatures. So I'm not too beholden to Arabian Nights creatures. 3 control magics, 3 which would be super useful in this matchup, Hercule's Recalls, 3 Blue Blast. It was interesting, Brain Geyser and Mana Drain were in the sideboard. I'm going to go exactly as Mano went with it. For the 4th card the 4th Psychic Purge that I replaced, I decided to go for a really spicy card, which won't pay off in this match, but in the Eye of Chaos. And it never sees play. It's 1 blue and 3 colorless. It's an enchant world, so the first thing you know about that is it can remove Abyss, which would be a potentially beneficial point of that card. The card basically doubles any instance it interrupts are countered unless the caster pays double. And the thought process was if I was playing a control deck with lots of counter spells and disenchants, instead of letting my opponent pay blue to pay for a counter spell, they'd have to pay 4 mana for a counter spell. And if they do that, I have a good chance of being able to play whatever else I need to. That will tap them out much more. So just as a spice card, it's not going to pay off here because you don't have tons of instants. That's the list. I think it's a beautiful list. I'm super happy in Brewers Tavern that we don't just showcase all the multicolored dual land decks, but we show some really, really cool monocolored decks as well. I know you've had some really cool ones, and this is a cool one I'll be playing today. So with that, I'd say let's go to the Brewers Tavern and let's play some Magic, see how the decks do.
Yeah, exactly. Let's move on. Your deck looks really fun, and I actually don't know how to board against you, but we will see. So
I'm not sure what I would take out against you. Obviously, Hercule's Recall is really good against you.
To be honest, I will probably board in. I will probably board out a lot of artifact threats and go for the direct damage theme of the deck, hoping to draw more draw sevens. But we're not.
Well, I will tell you that some matches the die roll isn't as important. Today, I think it's really important for both of us because we both have. Which, if this were a real match, we wouldn't know. But we both have 4 vices and 4 unks. Even as always.
I start.
Oh wow, that's a big one.
That was huge. That was important.
Wait! Don't we do best 2 out of 3?
Sorry?
Just kidding. We do best 2 out of 3 die roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
So let's go.
Okay, I'll choose the pile with Harry Potter on it.
Okay, so all of them at the same time.
I'll do.
For you, pile number 3.
All right, let's have some fun.
Yeah. I like.
Like it, uh-oh. Chose the wrong Harry Potter.
You choose the good Harry Potter.
All right, let's try it.
Go.
Oh, that's gonna be really good against what I have. Okay.
Pass turn.
That's gonna be really good.
Response.
Okay.
Okay.
Swing for 1. I have 4 cards.
I take it.
All right, your turn.
Okay, this top deck was ridiculous. Time Walk. Bolt you. And I think
Going first makes a difference. Oh my god.
it's time for a Twister.
I mean, yeah, that's so good. You got all 3 of your blue power.
Yeah, or just all of them. I drew at the moment, with the last draw, I found the Time Walk. This was probably kill here. Come on, give me another Black Vice. I need a Black Vice.
Yeah, if you ancestral the Time Walk and Twister, that's too good.
3, 2, 4, 6, 7. I think I won that here. Crack Lotus, Psyblast you, and another Black Vice.
You drew the nuts.
I drew the nuts completely, like all of them.
And can't beat a Royal Flush. Good game.
Let's start. You start.
I actually had a very nice hand. A very, very nice hand.
Your hand was pretty strong. I mean,
it was, and I had another dib in hand, so it was pretty good. It was just like a normal hand.
Yeah, exactly. This is like the normal start, and I had like the train is coming and you can't move start.
I mean, yeah, you had every good broken card.
This was a quickie. Let's number 1.
Number 1, okay. Number 2 for you.
Awesome.
Okay, I will take a mulligan. There are no islands. That's probably not a good thing with a mono blue deck.
Yeah.
That's okay, mulligan. Your black vices will hurt me less.
Ooh, lucky Mitja kept no Black Vice.
1, 2, 3.
Number one.
Which number?
Number one.
Number one.
Yeah.
Okay, well, keep, I guess. I could go to 5. Not very good. Okay, your turn.
Brassman, go. Sage is good.
I almost see your hand.
Ankov Mishra, pass turn. Why is this Sage 1-2? Why?
I got 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
3 cards, your turn. Oh, wait, no, I can't do anything else. 3 cards, your turn.
Pass the turn.
Okay, I have 3 cards. I go to 17. Your turn.
Yeah.
I drew a good one. That's good.
Yeah.
In the air for 3.
15.
Or 50. Oh, yeah, you played a line. I'll say faster.
I pass the turn in your upkeep. I Psyblast your dip.
I'll boomerang it.
Okay.
I
The
still take a
spell
while.
fizzles then, right?
I don't know the answer to that. You don't have a target. It
Exactly.
wasn't countered.
So I think
I have
the
no
spell
idea.
fizzles.
I think it fizzles too.
Yeah. Okay, Black Voice is good.
What cards you have?
3.
Okay, your turn. Wait, this is boomerang, not in my graveyard. Sorry.
Yeah. I go to 11. I play a sushi and pass the turn. 2 cards in hand.
Copy artifact.
Okay. Target.
Sushi.
Okay.
Your card's your turn.
I try to play Wheel of Fortune.
Or boomerang your sushi.
Okay. 3, 6, 7.
8, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I play Mox Mox. I play a Time Walk. I think I go to my Time Walk turn. I have 4 cards in hand. Draw. Play a Mox. Playing a land brings me down to 7. And I Time Twister.
I mean, if I was waiting for that, and what about Ancestral? Did an Ancestral first.
Yeah.
God, you're getting so lucky. That's crazy.
Three, 6, 7. Soul Ring. Sushi. Lotus. Crack the Lotus. Psy Blast your Sushi. Go to 5 and attack you for 5.
We'll block. Block your Sushi.
Okay, so you take 1.
Just think if I want an extra card, it's worth of ice damage. And I'll back this and I'll draw first.
Yep.
Okay, and I take 1. So I'm at 15. Pass? I can
I
take
passed the
4. 11. All ancestral.
Works. 0 counters in the main board. Hold up your cards a little bit more. Yeah.
How many cards do you have?
3.
The artifact Sushi.
Yeah.
Floating. Did I play a land or not yet? No.
No, you didn't.
Because I didn't take damage. I don't think I can do that.
Sure.
And I will go to discard. I will discard.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I need to pay for him to untap. I forgot that. Then for 3 mana, I play a soldier. Then I attack with my Sushi.
Block.
Okay. And I play another brass man. And I pass the turn.
Okay. I'm going to take 3 damage, go to 7. Go to 8.
Go to 8. Good choice. Good choice. Taking damage is always much appreciated.
Yep. Draw. We'll see if I can do anything. So, how much power do you have on the board?
I have 2 factories, which means 4, 5, 6, 7. And 2 cards in hand.
Yep. I will go to discard.
Okay.
Sure.
I draw. I activate my factory. And attack.
Boomerang your factory.
Okay.
Take how much?
So you get 3. Go to 5.
Okay.
I go to 1 and pass the turn.
Then you go to 1.
I play a factory.
Okay.
You have
Sure,
Psy
so-
Blast? Oh lord. Oh god damn it.
Wait, you misplayed that because this was 100%.
Yeah.
Game.
Oh lord. How can I misplay it so dumb?
Oh man, because like you couldn't lose that game. You just wheel into Time Walk Time Twister was too good. Should we play one more game one and we'll do
Yes,
the game
yeah,
two?
yeah. These are fast ones. If I attack with 2 factories, you bounce 1. You get. Yeah, I should have attacked with both factories.
Yeah, that's what I thought you were doing.
I thought when you have remove bounce for 2 factories, I go up to 5 cards, and then I have 5 cards in hand. You pass the turn over to me, I go to 4, and then I'm in range for Psyblast, so I thought I played a little bit more greedy, because I will lose it anyways the other round. But yeah, happens.
Believe me, I've made more mistakes in episodes than you have. It happens. That's right. All right, you'll be on the play,
Yeah,
which is super good. You're definitely drawing your onks and vices like you should. I'm drawing them later when they're not really useful. Pile 3.
pile number 1.
Hold on.
This is a mulligan.
Yep.
No red for the lightning. If I would have had red, I would have kept the hand. 100%.
And I'll pass this too. Not keeping it at one island.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any oxes or anything, any power in the opening hands. Give these. So it's nice to see the onks and vices in something that other than an A-tag shell.
Yeah, it's like the thing is what we are proving here is that those synergies just way too effective, in my opinion.
Pile 1.
Pile number 2. Yeah, let's try. Oh, 1 card is going.
Yep, we will try this one too.
Okay, so I start.
Yep.
Go.
Well, that's really good. Oh.
Hmm? Yeah.
Turn 3 cards. Sixteen.
Oh, thinking. Ah, come on, we wheel. 3, 6, 7. I pass the turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go 15. We'll play an island.
Yeah.
Play a jet.
Yeah.
Emerald.
Yeah.
Play black vice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll strip your factory.
Yeah.
Play chaos aura.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bounce your Suchi.
Okay.
Swing for 3.
Okay, so I go to 17. In my upkeep, I take 4, so I go to 13. I untap, I draw. I play Factory. I play Soul Ring. I play Chaos Orb. Cards in hand?
Of course.
Sorry, 2 cards. I take out your yeah, your dip. I play a black white myself and pass the turn.
All right. play a very big power Tippler
Okay.
Falcon. How many cards do you have?
5.
That's right. You take one from the
Oh,
vice, right?
yeah, sorry. Play a land. Play Ankh.
Mm-hmm.
Play a soldier and pass the turn.
Okay. I will take 2 and go to 13.
Yeah.
Swing for 1 in the air.
Yeah.
That's right. Or
Attack.
the soldier is 1/4, right?
Yes.
I will activate factory.
Sure.
I will block your soldier.
Okay. So you take 2.
I take it.
Sushi. You want to orbit? Just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Pass the turn. I have 3
Hard time
cards in
dealing
hand.
with that.
Yeah.
Swing for 1.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you have an Ankh out. Yep, that's right. You're at 10. Your turn. Card.
Play another sushi. And pass the turn. Oh, give me a second. No, I play another black vice and pass the turn.
Okay.
Keeping it in hand makes no sense.
Oh.
Makes no sense at all.
For 1.
Yeah. Go to 9.
I will pass turn.
Felvar, activate factory and attack.
I'll boomerang your sushi.
Okay.
I'm going to activate factory.
Before blocks, Psy blasted.
Okay, you're going to go to 7, and I go to 9.
Yeah, and I pass the turn.
All right, I have 1 card.
I have 2 cards.
Go for turn.
Yeah.
Swing.
Yeah.
6. Pass turn.
Time walk.
Yeah, I will have no choice. I blast your sushi now.
Okay.
I'll go to 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
I draw for my extra turn. Sorry, attack for 3.
Oh man. Yeah, I'll block your factory and I take 1 for 6.
Go to 6, pass the turn.
I really need some help. How many cards do you have?
2.
That's right.
Activate factory.
Okay.
Play Brassman and attack.
All right, I go to 3.
Give me a second. Thinking. Pass the turn.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, no land drop. No land drop. It didn't hit the board yet.
Okay, I scooped. You have it. I was waiting to see if you hit a land. I lose. If you played a land, I would have won the same one. Good game.
Last round, I really thought of playing Psyblast on you. And then I was like, okay, what if he has a Psyblast? I would draw the game. So maybe I should not play Psyblast on him.
Good game. Let's do some more.
You got me once with that Psyblast. I was like, not again. Not again, sir. This is so dumb. I was really sitting there. Okay, now Psy. Oh, wait. You're at 6. You're at 6, sir. Wait. Think about that move again. Lord, I think what makes my deck a little bit better is that I have 2 draw 7s instead of 1.
Yeah, but I have Ancestral Time Walking Time Twister. That was really good. Those 3 in a row are really, really good.
Yeah. Those 3 in a row were crazy.
Boomerang's not a bad card.
Boomerang is super. See, that's why I played, because I was like, yeah, Boomerang is what you need. Like, it helps.
I think it's super good.
I love my small soldiers, the brass man and the how is it pronounced? Jotian soldier.
Odin soldier, I think.
Yeah.
Odin soldier.
I like that guy.
Deck is very fast. The black ices for me aren't as good, I don't think.
You're on the play, right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm not sure if what I'm doing is going to be right in the end. Not really sure. Almost played that land. It's like, oh wow. That's why I passed to see. So long as you don't play land, you have that game won.
When we both play Psyblast, it's kind of weird because at life total of, let's say, 6, we're walking dead. Because whatever happens, it will kill us. Shall we give a sneak peek yet for episode number 50, what we're planning to do, or shall we keep it as a secret and surprise everyone?
I think we'll have to give a sneak peek, but I think we'll have to do it in the deck tech and make sure everyone keep everyone in suspense a little bit.
Okay, so we keep them hooked now till we reach the sideboard tech, and then we tell them. Oh yeah.
What we have planned for a special episode 50.
Okay, so they need to stay.
100% they need to stay. All right. This has to stay. Or not. Mitja and I have been speaking about what to do for episode 50 for a while, and we want to do something super special. And of course, we'll have to plan something else different for episode 75, and then the 100 will be really cool.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, I will say pile number 2.
Maybe we should do a tournament, the Brewers Tavern Cup or something like that, for episode number 100.
Well, I don't think we could do a tournament for an episode, but we could run a Brewers Tavern tournament, Brewers Tavern Invitational Invite.
In an actually Brewers Tavern. I was in Nottingham in one of the oldest pubs it is the oldest pub in Great Britain. It is from the foundation of the pub was in the Crusades, so it's super old.
That's a pile 2 for you.
Pile number 3 for you.
Episode 50 is going to be really,
like that.
Episode 50 will be really cool and special. All right. Okay, we'll try it.
Me too.
Dropping cards. Your turn.
And again, I did not play around Force Spike. If he had Force Spike now, I would be done. Pass the turn.
I like that card. That card hasn't made an appearance yet.
Nope, but I own 4. I'm planning on playing that. Tempo is everything.
Your turn.
Pass the turn.
Turn.
Pass the turn. Nothing to do here.
Your turn.
I try my luck with sushi.
Okay.
Pass the turn.
I did not, I'm going to be honest, I was waiting for you to do that.
I think you have a control magic and I have the right response for it. You have a blue blast and I will also have the right response to that.
Okay. That's totally fine. I do have the right response to it.
Yeah. Sure. So this is yours now. I draw.
Actually, I have a sushi just happened to be right here, so let's actually use it.
I play a sushi myself and red blast your control magic, so I get my sushi back and pass the turn.
This is a fun game.
I planned that through. Okay.
Wearing a sushi.
Yeah.
One card left. Twister.
That's a good one. Was I tapped out?
You were tapped out. And
yeah.
Did I play a land? I think I did play a land.
Yeah, probably.
I think I did. I don't know for sure. I always forget these things. I had a handful of control magics and copy artifacts and lands with nothing to do. So I needed you to make the first play.
Let's see. Oh, that's
okay. It's your turn.
Workshop. Black Vice with one float. Punk. Yeah, I think this was the right. Was this the right play? Probably. I attack.
Okay, we'll block.
Okay. Mm. I boomerang your copy artifact and I time walk. I draw. I take 2 damage because I can. I try to play a Time Twister. Let's see.
It's really good. Dump your hand and then you had Twister too.
This game is so crazy again. This game is so crazy. Three, 6, 7. Lol. Okay. Okay. I play Sushi. I play a Mox. I play Soul Ring. With the Mox. Sorry, like this. I play Time Walk. And I untap. I draw. I play Factory, go to 16. I attack you for 4. And I think I pass the turn.
Oh, that's crazy. Take
6. 6.
your Sushi.
So
Has
you
6
take
cards, so I take 4 and still take 6.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of him.
I had hopes that you will have a lot of flying men and dips and everything because I had my one-off city in a bottle on my opening hand and I was like, yeah, give it to me. Yeah, that's a good one. Good one as well. Yeah. Yeah, works. That's okay.
4 cards your turn.
I try to... Oh, I take 2 damage, I'm sorry. I try to Red Elemental Blast your Serendip in your upkeep.
Okay. Going on.
Yeah, I have 2 cards in hand.
I will go to 7.
Yeah.
Your turn.
Black Vice.
Yep.
Swing.
I will activate my factory.
Before blocks, I shatter it.
Okay. I'll block 1 of your factories and take 2.
Nope. I bolt one of your geists. So you still take 2, but my factory lives.
Okay.
Your turn.
Go to 3.
Okay.
Your turn.
I try to attack with 1 factory.
Block.
And I pump it. Play a Mox Pearl and pass the turn.
Good game.
The Twister turn was brutal.
Oh yeah, you're just drawing, like your restricted cards are too much for on a blue list. Just drawing way too hot. One more, we'll do the sideboard tech?
Yes, exactly. This is what I would recommend. But yeah, my Twister was so stupid. I mean, your Twister was insane for me. Like, Twister, Time Walk, and then I found another Time Walk that was just...
I mean, you're drawing so well. I mean, you're getting clumps of blue power, and that's just too much. Too bad you don't have 5 more rounds. You'd win the tournament today. This would be a good day for that deck.
Yeah, but actually, this list is... I think this deck, as I play it, is not made to win tournaments because I played too many small artifacts, which are not necessary, which you can easily replace with more bolts, more burn, more whatsoever. But it's fun, you know. Like I'm really happy that I can show my Brassmans at some point.
Pile 1. Yeah, I love seeing the new cards, and they're really cool because we haven't seen. I think we've had Avian before, but there are 2 brand new artifact creatures we've not seen before. What pile?
Number 2.
Okay.
And I mean, I want to show that Old School is so much more than just the restricted cards plus a win con. You know what I mean?
Okay, that will be a mulligan.
I keep.
You control magics and a pearl.
I really had hopes that you have the aggro start last turn, because I would have got you so good with my city in a bottle.
Wow, I made you win the game in another way. Okay.
Number 1.
Right. Let's see what we have. Definitely drawing average hands today.
I don't know why, but I always have power in hand.
All right, well, we'll have to keep this one.
Okay.
And put one on the bottom.
It's super against my black vices.
I can't say no to this one. Upkeep, I will ancestral.
Target me?
I'm sure you have your own. I don't want to give you 2 ancestral recalls.
But maybe it's insane because you have a black vice in hand. Okay, that changes a little bit my hand. Sorry, Volcanic Time Walk. Factory Twister.
My God, I can't. It's just crazy.
This is so dumb, really.
It's just so crazy.
It all comes together
I
perfect.
I saw Ancestral and Mulligan, and you had Time Walk Twister. That's just nuts.
I told you that power.
Kind of days like today, don't judge this deck too harshly with like these results. Is what
Your
I can
deck
tell the viewers.
looks super. Like your deck looks really strong, but in the end, when I have all the nut draws all the time, it's like
I'm sure I'm going to like draw like no lands here, and you will win the last game. But it's not because this deck is a bad deck.
No, your deck looks actually super good. Let's see.
I guess even if I draw no lands, I still have 1 island.
I need to pass the turn over to you.
All right. All right. Well,
Yep.
let's go out fighting. Sure.
Oh God. I I think I will do this.
Okay.
And I pass the turn.
How many cards do you have?
5.
Your turn.
End of turn, I boomerang your falcon. I draw. Lord, I just feel so bad.
God, what can I say?
I have 5 cards in hand, and I attack you for 2.
You draw your 3?
I drew my 3, yes. I played Ankh, and I had 3 cards in hand before. Pass the turn. That's
Your turn.
I take a damage. I play Volcanic, I take 2 damage. I attack you for 2.
Okay, 16.
I pass the turn.
Turn.
You attack, right?
Sure, attack, yeah.
It's for free.
Sure.
Oh, so I have 5 cards in hand, so I go to 15. I play a land, go to 13. Play a sushi and pass, and attack and pass the turn.
Well, still magic.
Thinking. I want to boomerang my sushi.
Okay. Attack for 1.
Yeah, go to 12. I have 4 cards in hand.
Okay.
Play a land, go to 10. Play another Ankh. I still have 1 mana floating. Play sushi, attack you for 2, and pass the turn. Did you take 2 for the... you probably did, for the Mishra.
I think I did, but I'm not.
Doesn't matter, it's fine. I have no idea, I was not looking. You probably did.
I think so. I'm not positive.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
I'll swing for 1 and pass. I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did.
Give me a second. I attack for 6. Red Blast, a boomerang.
I'll activate factory.
I'll bold it.
Okay, you have too many cards. 6, I'm at 4. Yeah, I might as well block. I'll block your sushi. So
Okay.
I'll
You go to 8.
go to 4.
Why you go to 4?
Was it 10? Yeah, I take 2 damage. Yep,
Yeah,
yep, 8.
pass the turn.
Your turn. That's 2.
I crack the Lotus and play wheel. Oh lord. I have no cards in hand. Okay. 4 mana, I play black, white, Ankh, and pass the turn.
Purple's Recall. Finally, I saw it.
No, 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 no. No! Okay. That's a good one.
I still am dying to.
You still have a Black Vice, bro. Do you have a Psyblast?
No Side Blast.
Why? If you would have a Psyblast, I'm dead. I would just lose the game. Instant speed.
Copy the Black Vice.
Okay.
3 cards. And how many cards do you have?
I'm dead. You
Dead?
just killed me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I get 14 damage.
Wait. I'm gonna boomerang your workshop.
Done. You won.
Oh my god, this is this is the
Really
craziest.
Hercules recall in the last game?
I mean, there was no way I could possibly win this game. Like, there's no way. This has to be maybe the craziest comeback we've had in Brewers Tavern.
Oh my god, you can cheer, bro. This was one of the craziest kills I've ever seen.
So I never saw my Hercules Recall, which I was wondering where they were. I drew 2 Hercules Recall, and the second one that's so crazy. A copy artifact with the Vice. This game was nuts. Oh my god. I mean, what game to end on. I mean, I didn't think there was any way that this deck could beat all the blue power. I mean, you were just drawing so well. So that's holy shit. What a game to end on. That's definitely the comeback game.
That was the comeback of the year, bro.
There's no chance I could win this game somehow. That's nuts. The power of Hercules Recall, right? I mean, that's unbelievable. I need especially because your Red Blast is obviously super against this list.
The Red Blast is just hard removal for everything you're running.
One controls in the main. I forgot how many I brought in. I didn't bring it up on more than 4. You could start. I have to see what I.
Yeah. So boarding was kind of easy for me. I mean, we see each other's lists before, and I would like if this would not influence me at all, even if in an indirect way. I thought he will bring in more control magic and stuff like that, so I boarded out all the creatures and just left in the sushis because those are the hardest critters. I replaced all the creatures with more control-y cards, like boomerangs, which are super good with Black Vices. They saved my city in a bottle. They do just a great job. I can recommend boomerangs. It's a €2 card or so, and if you're running blue or want to go for a budget version of old school decks, this is a super good removal. I mean, also, Charles, you're hooked for boomerangs, right? I mean, the card is super good.
I mean, if this episode didn't... I never thought they were good when I was a kid, because it's like, you just get to recast on the next turn. But
yeah,
saw here just how powerful they are. Especially when you crack Lotus to cast something, and then you boomerang it, and with Black Vice, it's a very, very good card.
It is 100%.
It could be like almost a time walk. Almost be like a time walk, right? Because you bounce a creature, they have to replay it and spend all their mana the next turn. So it could be super good.
Exactly. I can just recommend them. I bought it in one city in a bottle because when I take out the Brassmans, the deck only runs one Arabian Nights card, so I can easily afford it, and I attack his whole creature base with a city in a bottle. The red elemental blasts, as we said, they are just hard removal against his deck. We have 3 shatters, which I boarded in to take care of his Ankhs, his Black Vices, and his Mishra's factories, which are kind of hard to beat for me. and I took in one control magic. To be fair, I wanted to have the other control magic, but I didn't know what to board out for the other copy, and I thought it's way better to have 1 instead of 0 and leaving one of the creatures in or something like that, because controlling his surrender is a big problem for him. He can only bounce it. The blue blasts are obviously unplayable against him, so that's why they're still on the sideboard, and this is why these are the 10 cards I boarded in, these are the 10 cards I boarded out. So after boarding, my deck is a little bit more control-y. Yeah.
Okay, so when I had to decide what to take out, you were playing Vices, you have 2 draw 7s, for sure, you have Onks, so my Onks had to leave. I needed to be able to try to empty my hand, and Onk wasn't going to help with that at all. I mean, not only do I not want to see 8 Onks between the 2 of us, these had to go for sure. And once I took out the Onks, the Sages are significantly less good. I also didn't think that, based on how fast your deck is, that Stasis was going to be okay. Stasis, I think, was okay against a control list. You're aggressive. The cards that I wanted to come in, the Hurkles are the best 3 cards in there because they're very artifact heavy. Hurkles is also a great card because you would think blue oftentimes plays energy flux, but this deck actually wanted to be greedy with artifacts as well. So that gives you another option, and it does work with black Vices. Even though I don't have the Vice Ankh package after the board, the Vices do work really well with the Hurkle, so that's kind of the place of working with the Ankhs. And we saw that last game. Actually won, I needed 2 of them to get 1 to resolve, but won a single game. The control magics are super good because I need to try to deal, I don't have removal, so your Suchis, which are really big, it's the best to try to control magic Suchi. And we did see that, and you do have Red Blast to deal with control magic, and you did, you do have control magic as well. I did bring in 1 of these extra in case I saw City in a Bottle, just to have a little bit more flexibility with that. I would have loved to have brought in more, but I didn't really want to take out the rest of my deck, which I thought was solid. I mean, the deck didn't really get going like I just drew average hands, so I didn't really get to show the rest of the deck as much, but I didn't really want to take out more of the deck because I thought the rest of the deck was pretty good. So this was the sideboard plan, which I think City in a Bottle to deal with your Suchis and try to hopefully beat you down with them. Then Hurkles, which I never saw in any of our sideboard games up until that last draw 7. That was the plan for this.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily board on the play, on the draw, the black Vices out for more air elementals or something like that, and the 1 counterspell and Brain Gazer.
Well, here's the thing. I didn't really want to take black Vices out because it's cheap to cast, and
that's true.
With so many restricted cards, I was always under a Vice lock that what I didn't want to have was 2 or 3 of these in hand, where I just can't cast them. And then lands, which I couldn't cast. So Vice, at least, your draw 7s and my Hurkle, I didn't want to take Vice out because A, it's cheap to cast. B, with your draw 7s, Hurkles, and my black Vices, at least maybe I can do some work if you have Bottle out. So I figured 1 was okay, but I didn't really want to take black, because then all of a sudden my hands are going to get very heavy. And with you playing Vices and Onks, I didn't think that was going to be a good strategy, but this could be wrong, right? So viewers will have to tell me. So would have liked more just because you have Bottle, but I didn't want to sacrifice it for black Vices, which is why I brought 1 in. Obviously, you do have red, but you're not heavy in red, so I didn't think that this made sense. I'm not going to play the counter game with you, so I didn't want to bring in the Mana Drain. Geyser is a great card. I'm not sure how great it is in an aggressive build. And if you were the counter, if you were blue red burn, counter burn, this would be a good card to bring in. So, but this was the plan. I think this was a really cool episode. We'll talk about episode 50 in a second. But this was, I think, really, really cool. Your build was awesome and really did a ton of work. think you drew awesome. You drew better this episode than any other episode.
That's true.
Which is good. If we were in the casino, I would definitely be betting on whatever number we're betting on in roulette right now. So let's talk about episode 50. So this is episode 49. We're super happy. We have so many subscribers, and the series is really we seem to be getting a lot of positive feedback on it. Everyone seems to really like it. So for episode 50, what we decided to do was we're each going to take one of the decks of the 1994 World Championship match. If you want to look up what those decks are, of course you could do that. That's you can easily find that, but we're not going to discuss it until next episode where we'll introduce the decks and tell you about it. So we won't talk about it now. But it's really, it's obviously a special World Championship because it was the first, and just for the historical purpose, it was special. But it was also special because that's the one World Championship where the players were using the card pool in a Swedish card pool. And if you actually look at the two decks, there are no Fallen Empires cards in either of the lists. I don't think that Fallen Empires I'll have to check, was released by the time 94 World Championship was played, because Fallen Empires came out in December of 94, so I'm not even sure if it was out, but regardless, there are no Fallen Empires cards. And both decks, just coincidentally, are completely Swedish legal, other than one of the two decks has 2 strip mines instead of 1, which is not significant. And what Mitja and I discussed is we're going to change that 1 strip mine to just a single copy of City of Brass, which we think is the way to leave as little fingerprints on that one deck as possible, because we don't want to try to improve or make it worse. We want to play exactly as it is, but we do want to keep the deck Swedish, so we will make that one change, and I think that that's a really fair way to address that.
100%.
I will tell you that Mitja and I, we just chose which one we wanted to play. I will be playing Zach's deck, and the interesting thing about his deck is that he won, but I think is the weaker of the two decks. And you'll be playing the second place winner's deck, and I think it's the stronger one. But obviously, either deck can win. And we'll talk more about that next time. But
exactly,
it's a super. So we're going to be playing a rematch of this '94 World Championship. I'm super excited for that because it's a historical match. I've played this match before. It's a lot of fun to do it, and it's really cool to see how 2 of the top players back in '94 decided to build decks and were successful, because this tournament, single elimination. We'll talk more about it next time, and to see what cards they used, what cards were in the sideboard, what cards weren't there. It's just really interesting to see, and we'll talk much more about that in the deck tech. I think the deck tech will be slightly longer next time, just because I think it's really great to analyze how players back in '94, when they didn't have deck photos and they didn't have tournament reports, how do they decide what to play? The 2 guys that finished in the finals, and one of them won. I hope everybody will be excited for that. I know Mitja and I are super excited.
That's true.
That's going to be episode 50. So we're not playing our build. That's what we're doing, and we will see. We'll see who will win. I will just try to see if Zach can win one more time against the deck.
Perfect.
Mitja, thank you so much, viewers. Thank you so much for following to the end. Hopefully that last game was well worth the whole episode. That was so crazy.
The episode was really crazy.
After my boomerang, I think you had 16 cards in hand.
Yeah,
which is nuts. Until next time, everyone, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to it.
Bye bye. See you next time in the Brewers Tavern. Take care.